Hello. Today I'm going to be making a brief presentation on a match analysis on an issue I've noticed on my team. So I have three little clips from one game and just focused on the issue of getting the ball behind the back line. I'll just share my screen and get the presentation started. So yeah, as I've put here, I have a concern of no scoring opportunities inside the box. Um, there's multiple issues, but the three clips I have today, one is when we have possession. The other two clips are when we've won the ball and are transitioning, and it's a very good opportunity to attack the opposition based on their positioning. And once we see the clips, we'll notice it. So as I mentioned, the clips are when we just won the ball and when we have the ball. What we're doing, the options we have, the players have, are attack or keep it. Today's focus will be on attack, which we have here, and how do we attack their back line? We want to find players facing forward, in front of, and behind the back line to allow us to attack the box. And the big issue with the teams I've coached, it feels that the players are hesitant, they're more reactive, and it's just one player running into the box and others just watching and waiting to see. And the big concern is what we're doing off the ball. On the ball, passes are made most of the time. In the first clip, we'll notice that the pass wasn't made, and it was partly because a player was put into a new position, and could be part of the reason why there wasn't success. Okay. So as I mentioned, we're going to be focusing. The first video is the finishing phase, penetrating wide and centrally through combinations or dribbles, creating crosses and shooting chances. We want to score goals. And this will be based on combination. This clip is when we have the ball. And once again, we've already talked about what we want to do is attack, and how we're doing it is finding players facing forward, in front of, or in back of or behind the back line. And in this video, the fullback did a fantastic job making the run. It's just execution, no pass played into it. And we talk about finishing, combined to finish central and wide attack. Just a brief clip of the attacking principles in the game model. And the clip will focus on the support, the mobility, and the penetration. The mobility is there, the support is there. It's the lack of penetrating with the pass. The fullback's primary role is to provide width in the build-up play, but as we're attacking, they are creating that width as well. And in this video, the fullback does do the job. And once again, the ball doesn't come to the fullback. In terms of the attacking organization for the winger, I've added, because I didn't have the winger really to come in. It was more taking the players 1v1 outside or creating the width. But after watching the video, I've realized, I should focus on telling the wingers to, how do we manipulate? How do we move the back line? How do we move the fullbacks coming into the space? And that does create the space for the fullbacks to run into. And we'll just watch the clip. Okay, so we saw the opportunity. I'm gonna play it again, and just listening, I actually heard one of the players telling the player in the ball to play the fullback, whose name's Ariana, and I just heard that now as I have volume on it. I'll play it again. Sorry. We did a good job switching the ball as we see the space that was created. Uh, I'll show a clip. I don't have the technology to adjust this video, but what I did do is make a clip on my sports session of what could have happened if the winger received that ball facing forward and playing the fullback in. So give me one sec here. So here we go. So let's see. As I put, we did the nice switch. Fullback had number 3 had made a great run, got behind, and in this clip here, yes, the fullback is wider out, but in the game version, it was deeper. The center back would have had difficulties coming across. If they did, we have open players in the middle. But as I play this forward, here's our options to near post, far post, top of the box, penalty shot area for the cutback. Yes, if the defender adjusted, ideally the number 11 dribbles forward and plays through, or continues to dribble and has the other options. But like I said, it was a fullback playing a different position, playing the wing for the first time based on not having players available for the game. But we learn from it, right? Next two videos will be based on attacking transition. Once again, it's about the attacking mentality. We want to attack, get behind the back line, let's be aggressive, have the mentality. And once again, it's more reactive rather than proactive. So as I said, attack, finding players facing forward, in front of, and behind the back line with quick passes and dribble. We're successful. The group of players are successful with the dribble. It's with the passes that is the issue. So once again, in the main moments of the game, we just won the ball. So it's a positive transition. And once again, here we go. We just won the ball. Let's attack that space behind and in front of the back line. Find those players facing forward. Attack the box with numbers. Key thing here is the movement off the ball. With the attacking transition, with the training model, we want the mindset, the attacking mindset, to go forward, take advantage of the exposed opponent shape. And this video here, it is exposed. And just once again, the attacking principles of play, we have those, and we're focused on the support, the mobility and penetration. Support is there. Is it proper? It needs to be adjusted a bit. The mobility of interchanging, there isn't really anything there, but it's the penetration. How do we get behind with the pass? How do we improve with the pass? Let's rephrase that. It's successful with the dribble. How do we do it with the pass? The attacking mid, so the number 10 in this video, how do we make that run behind the back line without the ball? We're comfortable with the ball. It's without the ball is the opportunity there. And once again, I reiterate here, look to make run with or without the ball to get behind the opponent's back line. Primary role for the winger. Last video is coming in. This one here, if the winger really focuses on creating that width, it creates a bigger channel, makes the fullback make a decision, and it creates a better lane. But the lane was still there for the pass. It was just the number 10, the attacking mids mentality, not seeing what the opponents were there. She's very focused on what the ball was doing and not checking to see what the opponents were, their positioning. And we'll watch the clip right now. So I'm going to watch it again and pause it. Hopefully it pauses for me. So we win it right here. Boom. Here you go. If the winger slides out, pulls the fullback a little bit more, separating the team just to have the players a little bit more success, but the pass is available there. Right now, we see our number 10 looking at the ball. The player marking her is ready to step up because the player with the ball has lots of space. The center back is stepping in, creating tons of space. And our number 10 in soccer has great speed. She's not the fastest player, but in the game can beat anyone 1v1 with and without the ball. And we see this just there. The center back had stepped in one more step. Our center back could have curled the ball with the mentality if this player had made that run forward. Once again, I'll show you in my sports session clip. It's not the greatest, but is what it is. So let's see here. Here we go. Boom, we're behind, and the player realistically has a shooting opportunity or the ball across the back line. Near post, far post, top of the box. Most likely in this scenario, the number 10 would have had a scoring opportunity to shoot herself. But once again, we're hesitant, reacting, waiting to see what the player on the ball does, rather than noticing what the opponents are doing, what the space is, and where the space to attack is. I like to use the word proactive, but this age right now, it seems like everything is reactive. And then the last transition, the last clip is once again attacking transition. It's a couple transition where no one has the ball. We have the ball, we lose the ball. They a couple times back and forth. Then there's a great opportunity to combine. This one is finding the player in front and ideally combining, getting the players behind with multiple runs behind the back line. Once again, main moment of the game, we just won the ball, so it's attacking transition, positive transition. And how do we do this? How do we get the mentality to do this? And once again, it's off the ball movement, looking to get open yourself or creating that space for teammates. And players coming in, you see the space, take it and be aggressive. Here we are, have that attacking mindset to go forward. Take advantage. You'll see in the clip that the space is created. The holding mid on the opposition is already stepping forward, creating a huge gap to play the opposite winger in front of the back line. And it is a great chance. And once again, this is the first 15 minutes, these three clips of one game that we lost 4-0. And could have been a different situation if we capitalized or took advantage of these situations. Once again, the attacking principles, the support, the mobility, and the penetration. penetrating with passes. Here we are again with the winger making supporting runs to combine to get ball behind. Here we are, the number 7 will have the opportunity to check in and play the ball behind, or even turn and drive and have a shot based on how the opponent's back line reacts. The striker look to get runs behind. We need that striker to want to score. So we'll watch the clip. We'll watch it twice. We have it. We lose the ball. Number 3 drops back. And right here, you see this player on the opposition ready to move this way. We see this is a pretty big hole already for the opposite winger to check in. One more step, boom. She moves towards it again. This here is a fantastic opportunity to play to her feet. Ideally, if she receives it with her right foot facing in, to be aggressive. But we pass it back, and then we attempt to play it over top. So I'll show you again on my clip here. Let's get the third clip here. And let's see. Here we go. The defender's adjusting. We have players making the runs, and we have 3 dangerous runs, as well as a turn and shoot if the back line drops, right? But we got 3 runs to get behind. Obviously, the timing in this clip isn't perfect timing. That's and in the game, has to be good timing, and it's how do we make runs to attract the defenders? Because if number 9 makes that diagonal run forward, how are they reacting? And then how are our players adjusting based on the defenders? We got that. The defender shifts, we could slide it in here, and we have a great scoring opportunity once again. So I'll go back to the presentation here. And I just want to finish off with how we want to approach this and what is the focus on improving, because we want to attack, we want to create scoring opportunities. The whole purpose of soccer is to outscore the other team, right? And right now, I find my players observing and watching individuals do some pretty fantastic individual activities in beating players and then reacting to it. But as a collective team attacking, it is slack. It's a little behind in my opinion. And it's more what's happening off the ball. Everything is reacting. How do we create that space? How do we create bigger passing lanes for players to play it behind? And as that happens, as we pull the opponent's way, are we anticipating the pass? And are we looking to run? Right now, it's all like the big words I'd like to use are reactive. I'd rather use proactive, but right now everything is reactive. Reactive of what the opponents do, but be proactive and take the opportunity of the space that's created. We want players in the box. That's a huge thing. We seem to just watch our number 9 go in the box and hopefully she scores, right? We do a pretty good job of dribbling to the line with cutbacks, but in terms of penetrating passing plays behind the back line, it doesn't happen too often, right?